Hey everyone, before we get into today's video, I wanted to talk about an event that's happening in the Amazon community Discord. This is the Clash Vote. If you aren't already in this Discord, look at the link in the description of this video, and I'll have a specific link that will go straight here. But basically, I wanted to talk about this event, which is the Clash Vote, which is an event that allows you guys to win Amazon gift cards and also support your favorite influencers. So basically, what you do is that when it opens, it's not open right now. It starts on June 30th and ends July 7th. You can see this helpful tracker here. What you're going to do is you're basically going to vote for your specific favorite YouTuber. Uh, I would appreciate if you vote for me, which is Alliance NMB, OptimizEvony. I'm going up against some fierce competition in GOT and Shiro. But basically, what's going to happen is there's a ladder kind of style thing where first you're going to vote for one from each of the groups, and then essentially you're going to go and vote for a semifinals and finals group to see who is the most popular alliance and influencer in all of Evony. But that you can actually win Amazon gift cards by voting. So in the first week, they are going to randomly select someone who has voted. So someone who has done this, who has actually voted for whichever alliance that they want to vote for, will get $100 worth of Amazon gift cards, and that'll be randomly selected 5 people who are voted. In the second week, there will be $250 of Amazon gift cards awarded to 2 different people. And then in the final week, week 3, there will be $500 worth of Amazon gift cards awarded to one person. So it's definitely going to be worth it. Definitely check this out. Again, the link is in the description of my video. The exciting part is, hello everyone, welcome back to OptimizEvony. Today I wanted to do a quick intro into the Independence Day event and hit on a couple key areas of the event that are kind of different from the previous events. First, I want to call out that they have increased the extra return to 100,000%, which is of course absurd because they're calculating that based off of the 25,000 base gems that you get here, and they're assigning some kind of arbitrary value to all of the different items that you get here. I've looked through it. Honestly, it doesn't look too much better. I think they increased the gems a little bit. They increased a few of these things, but what I was looking for is the military tactics. They didn't really increase that. Military treaties, they didn't really increase that. They didn't increase the number of these, and they might have increased some of the things in the optional chest, but not too crazy. So I don't think it's necessarily necessary to go out and be like, oh my God, this pack is like worlds better than it was before. Uh, you do get some extra stuff, but it's not always the stuff that you necessarily need to increase your buffs the most. But let's get into what's kind of different with this event. Quickly kind of talk about they've changed the officer general swap basically to 2 different generals that you can now get, which is uh, you can get this guy, the Mistakles, probably butchering that. If you trade in Maurice of Nassau, this is the Archer Tower General. We can quickly just look here, but yeah, pretty good here. One of the big things that people like is that he gives you 10% rally capacity if you can get him to level 10, which of course I am probably never going to do. I don't even have him. So, but yeah, if you have 3 copies of Maurice of Nassau, you can get 1 copy there. Again, you need the additional ticket thing here that you can buy. The other one is Blanche, which is the newer hospital general. And yeah, honestly, I wasn't super crazy impressed with her. I do have one of her, but I'm not using it. And basically, you can get them if you trade in 3 Pericles, which yeah, again is a decent gen. I don't know three of him is worth one Blanche. I think for when it comes to these things, you kind of want to save it till there's specific generals that you actually really want. Like for example, the rally cap or rally spot general is a really good one. But yeah, I'm not going to be trading in these ones mostly because I don't really have them, and it's not really worth it for me because I have fully ascended tavern generals, and the new ones don't give me more than that at that point. Um, so there's also two new generals, Alexander Hamilton, which is a ground general. He is pretty good. I think he's maybe number two behind Narcissus still with certain pairings. He's just lacking a little bit on march size. Narcissus just has insanely strong march size, but really strong ground general. And then they also added John Hawkward, which is the new, what I call super premium, second premium, uh, duty general for the Archer camp. And quite honestly, his stats are kind of insane. So you can see he gets range troop attack 30%, defense and HP 10%, just as his main skill. And then let's look at the specialties. Get another 30%, 15% normal and or universal, and 15% just when you're attacking. And then another 10% attacking range troop attack there. So just in his skill and specialties, so just one copy of him is 70% range troop attack, and then 10% HP and defense, just for having this guy. So that's actually pretty impressive. And then as you ascend him, he goes up from here. You get another 6% rally capacity there for those that are really pursuing rally cap. But if you add all this up and the specialties, I calculated that you get up to 145% range troop attack when you're attacking overall. And if you compare that to the previous general, let me find him here for the, I believe it was Sula. Yep. So you get 15% here, you get 10% there, so that's 25%, and then you get another 20% here. So that's a total of 25, 45%. So it's a total of 100% increase that you would get overall uh, by switching to the new Archer camp officer, which is pretty incredible. The one thing I will call out is that this guy and the Tavern General have a lot more defending skills here, defending buffs, whereas the new one has mostly attacking buffs or attacking debuffs. And so there is a little bit of a trade-off that you're going to be making if you're switching to these. Most mostly, if people are trading to these, I expect them to be kind of big coiners, mostly attacking keeps. But you do want to take that into account because you are giving up a significant amount of kind of in-city buffs here if you're switching to the new person. But those range troop attack buffs are just insane on the new guy. Even if you consider just with one copy of him, again that was 70%, and with one copy here you can get basically to 35% range troop attack, and yeah, it's even just with one copy, you're still worlds better than Scylla maxed, except for when it comes to defending. So yeah, definitely a huge bump in buff potential there. Another 100% range troop attack that people basically that the top coiners can get. So uh, yeah, I guess we'll see. I don't know, maybe 73,000 range troop attack in rally. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what's the highest that you've seen in terms of range troop attack. And then The other thing that I wanted to call out, there's two more things that I wanted to call out. First is that they've changed this Oracle event to actually give you decent premium generals. So this Astral Oracle General optional chest will give you the ability to get Hera or again the Archer Tower General. Out of these two, I think the Archer Tower General is a little bit better, honestly. Hera's good, but it just is not quite as good as some of the newer ones. Hera was like the first, again, what I call super premium duty generals, whereas like this guy was a lot later, and so he has just better buffs overall. But yeah, you can get up to 25 of these a day, which basically works out to 5 spins every 2 days, roughly like 50 to 60 spins or 50 to 55 spins in the overall event, which is not too shabby, but I don't expect to really be able to win win one of them. But if you do, it's great. I mean, those generals are obviously very premium, but as always with most of these generals, make sure that you're checking out on the buffs that you're gaining versus losing. Just because a general is a little bit harder to get doesn't necessarily mean that it is worth switching out. So yeah, definitely check out on those. Again, particularly if you're not a massive keep, look at what defending buffs you're giving up, because sometimes those defending buffs are actually more important to you because you're going to be defending more. And then the last thing that I wanted to call out with this event is in the Voyage to Civilizations, there is a new piece here, but I'm not going to talk about that because I don't think it's particularly good. And, most people's kind of strategy to this is get like 2 copies of each one for the for the power, but don't kind of max them out unless you're kind of a bigger coiner. But what I wanted to call out here is that they've added back in Notre Dame. uh, so this is a limited piece. You can't get this all the time. Like next event, I expect this piece to be gone. So if you don't have this, I would recommend trying to pick it up. For example, on this account, I don't have it, so I'm gonna pick it up because one piece of this gives you 100 points, 100 ideal land score, and which most of them only give you 50. And so for the amount of actual uh, whatever coin things that you're using, it is actually a better deal for um, the amount of ideal land score, but also there's things like fame that you can unlock with this. And again, it's not guaranteed that it'll ever show back up. So make sure you get at least one copy of this so that you can unlock that fame. But yeah, that's all I had to talk about today. It's already been kind of a long video, but as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there is an event happening in the Amazon Discord, so definitely check that out. The link is in the description of the video. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and please do remember to like and subscribe.